Also, hey, I'm probably gonna put this at the front of my video that I made. I just found out. I made this video a few days or weeks ago, and I found a lot of my video files deleted, including deletion of the comic story that I'm trying to make that wasn't on my to-do list. This shows to me that you are fully capable of being on my computer or my PC through hacking or whatever, and you have that authority. But I also know through logic and common sense, you want to keep this as quiet as possible, and you want to keep this as less serious as you want it, as you can make it, I guess. So I'm gonna offer, explain some things to you about why seeing my video on my YouTube channel that I fully believe you are capable of deleting off of my channel, that you are fully capable of deleting my own channel, that you are fully capable of wiping everything, all my files on my computer, since I have seen it and it wasn't of my own permission. You don't want people to know. You don't want people to know how capable you are. And if you want me to be less of a threat to you, let the video stay up. Let me do what I'm doing. Use your people, use your capabilities, use your power, whatever, however you use it, to make me seem like I'm insane, instead of taking this video off or trying to prove a point through being scary. Because one, it shows to me, because I know you personally, I know you guys personally, you have a bit of an honor sort of system, and you shutting me off unfairly is dishonorable. But secondly, and more realistically, if you do delete all of my files and all of my videos, you can't delete my mouth. You can't delete my brain, and you can't delete my own determination, because eventually I am going to find a way to get the public to see this regardless. So my recommendation for you is to let the video be up. Send people that I know you have on your side of this whole thing and make me look like the idiot, and do your best to discredit me and make me seem insane. I think that's your best strategy, and I think that's beneficial for both of us, because if you just delete everything on my end, I'm just gonna be straight up done and go to the FBI or more serious things. And I'll probably find more clever ways to actually make the public known about this. Just some advice. Oh! Okay. So I don't know how to. I'm gonna cut to the chase, because it's been for the last 3 years. I've been struggling with hearing voices and seeing things, and I have gotten the proper mental help and therapy, and I've talked to psychologists, and I've sort of dealt and coped with it, and I've learned mechanisms, even though I still struggle with it. However, there's something that I need to get off my chest, talk about. 3 years ago, I joined a site called Pony.Town. and I was having it. For a lot of people that don't normally understand the whole brony concept, people go online and I discovered a site called Pony.Town, and I joined it for reasons that, like, I wanted to role play, and they have it was a video game or a game type site, social site, where there are different servers, and there's an adult server, and I joined it, and I got into some mischievous adventures, and things happened very weirdly. Now, what I'm going to say may not make a lot of sense, but I have been I believe that there is I believe that there is a satanic cult on Pony.Town, and I don't even believe the site is real. I notice a lot of people on there talk strangely. They talk like they personally know me, even though they are complete strangers. And for the last year, I've been trying to do my own detective work, screenshotting pictures and a lot of and gathering information. And a lot of everything that I have points to the site being fake. And I know it sounds weird, but I want to expose this site because I believe, even though in a rational sense it may not make sense, 3 years ago I had made fun of a group online on that site, on Pony.Town, and they acted weird and strange, and suddenly I started hearing and seeing things, and I feel pulled and weird feelings, and I don't want to say energy because that just makes me sound insane, but I want to get this out in the open that there is a site called Pony.Town.com, and you can find it on a phone, and you can find it online, and I believe the site to be fake because the players all feel like moderators, and everyone there just like acts like they know something's going on, and strange behavior. And I want to get this out in the open, and I'm trying to find a way to get my brain to process all this, because I've experienced torture, and I have experienced mental damage from what they've done to me, and what they do feels very illegal. They have everyone on there, no matter what player I go to, always talks to me as if as if they knew me, as if they knew me personally, even if I've never met them on the game. And it's very obvious, and they have admitted that they are these people. And in my investigation, I've screenshotted and I've gotten dead confessions that somebody is a satanic cult leader and that they own the game and that a lot of it is fake. And then mysteriously, a few weeks ago, I found that all those photos of all the confessions that I've done, and I've poured 420 pictures into this whole thing, or that I've gotten because of how determined I was to get information, and all the crucial things that would have proved that I wasn't insane is gone. And like taken out of my own photo list on my phone. So I have devised a plan of action to deal with them. And it's a way to prove to anyone who might see this that I'm not insane. Yeah. What they're doing, it feels like I'm screwing around with them. I mess with something extremely serious, and I feel like they're hurting people, and I feel like anybody who's not part of whatever their site is getting hurt, is getting harassed, is getting followed. And I want to save people. So I want to work on this plan to prove to everyone on this site and anyone that isn't part of it that what I'm saying is the truth. Please don't go on this site if you are not part of them. And during my investigation, I have also found that they have a large pool of people to support them, and they have garnered traffic and audience retention to make anybody's claim seem ridiculous. I found at least one channel that was into investigating a little bit, and then they suddenly a channel by the name of Danny Balsub. He looked into this cult thing. There were 3 episodes, and he by the second one, first one he was weirded out, like people suddenly knew his name, people were following him and tracking him on the game itself. And then on the second, he started talking about how he found people knowing personal information about him, his life and his livelihood, and gathering information. And he started panicking and being really serious about how it's an invasion of privacy. And then on the third video, he suddenly turned tail, went entirely positive, said the group wasn't fake. That the group was not a danger. And he entirely changed his personality, and everything seemed very off, and everything seemed so fake, like he was blackmailed or forced into this. And the things I'm dealing with right now, IRL, and feeling like I'm, and online, it's hard to explain without sounding crazy, but I have many reasons to believe that I am being followed online outside of Pony.Town, and that these are the people. And I know for a fact they know this channel, because I tried to get a new laptop, I tried to get a new phone away from them, and they followed me. I'm not going to listen to any comments on this video or series that I'm trying to make, because I 100% know that these are the type of people that will make false accounts to make me seem idiotic. What I believe is in showing the hard proof, showing the action that's done to me, and not opinions or trends. They have admitted to me, and they have taken out screenshots of this from my own phone, from whatever resources they have. I don't know how they did it. I'm not kidding. This isn't fake. This isn't real. They've confessed to all of this. And I'm going to prove it. I'm going to get hard evidence. I'm going to make a real series on this, and I'm not going to stop. I personally feel as well that my own real physical life is in danger, and I think they're so well hidden, and I think they are so well organized that if I try to call the police or if I try to call the FBI, they won't believe me. So I'm going to make a video edited documentary series on this site. I'm going to show everybody on that site who knows me, and everybody online that isn't a part of this, that what I'm going through isn't fake. Okay, so my first goal in all of this is to prove that the site is ran by a malicious group that uses its own powers over the site to make it seem as if it's a lot more larger and populated with players than it is, effectively falsifying the popularity and the amount of players in the group. And after that, my next plan of action is to prove that the malicious site that is faking that the site itself is fake is in particular a group that worships the devil. Outright exposing them for what they are, because I have been harassed online for the last 3 years of my life, and it sucks. I gotta do something about that. This last theory I want to make and set up right after I complete the first two problems that I want to prove to be real. Because what I've been dealing with for the last 3 years is so stupidly serious that I do not know where to go for this. But to sound less insane and to sound more plausible in all the things that I have to deal with, and to make certain that I don't sound like an insane, delusional radio talk show host, establishing those first two foundations will give a greater and stronger claim for this last theory, so that I can notify more legitimate people. They've told me that I should have been dead already. They said that what they did to me, no other people have lived or made it this long. And I get the vibe nobody Nobody's ever gone this far with what they know, and their life is in danger. That their life is threatened, and I believe people. I've seen dark things on that site, cover it up. I've talked to moderators, and they were very dumb about it because they were pretending to be. They were pretending to be players, but they did a few mistakes, and I caught on to their own authority, and they were pretending that they had all this knowledge of me when they didn't. And I tested how their mechanics worked in the game, and they didn't work like a player's. So either it was a hacker or it was the actual creators of the game that are doing this. And in short, and to summarize it up, what I believe is Pony.Town is that it is a fake site. I believe that it is run by a satanic cult. And I believe that there is a much larger group in connection to all of this that spans outside of the site to attack and watch other people. I don't know what they do, but they have admitted that they get information out of others. So I'm going to not let how I'm socially acting speak for my words. I'm going to let my actions and my proof and my work show for itself, so that people know that what I'm going through isn't insane. Because what I do go through when I hear and I experience all these weird things, there are times where I do get deluded, and there are times when I do get confused about the reality around me. But it is when somebody is so bluntly honest for them to tell me that they are a satanic cult leader on the site where things strangely happened, and for people to go around on that site that I just run into on that game, and they know my own personality and personal information. That's when people like that are so blunt and so stupidly confident with their own ego that they can openly share with that. It isn't a delusion. And even if it is, in part, I want this video series to even prove me wrong. I want to be proven wrong. I want this to go away. I want them all to stop harassing me online, stalking me, and gathering information for whatever reason they want from me. I lost my mind for the first 6 months this came into my life, and I went off the site, and I came back on a year later. They should have killed me then. I know what you are. I'm going to stop you, even if it costs my life, my home, my sanity, or anything. If I lose my life to stop a group that big from hurting people, then I will. This is war. You should have killed me then. That is some elite pro hacksaws video editing skills right there.